My valuable experience is that I have attended a boarding school and there are many experiences that I got in that, namely getting lessons about being civilized and getting used to using English and Arabic every 2 weeks. And there are many friends in various regions. I'm happy that there are many friends from Sabang to Merauke as well as abroad because the cottage is modern or has gone international. So when I live, I used to using the most valuable thing in my life is family rather than friends because in times of trouble, grief, or joy, there are always people who help provide assistance. And besides that, I also feel grateful even though we don't know that our friends are always out there when we need it because it will also return to our family rather than to our friends. And we have to explore a lot what is important to us and what is not grateful, even though we don't know that our friends are always out there when we need it, because it will also return to our family then rather than to our friends, and we have to explore a lot what is important to us and what is not important to us. The woman disagreed of the university's new policy. She don't think all actually help students. They talk about leadership and organization of skills, but that not really kind of work what they do. Like her older brother has the kind of job they talking about, and typically you just start a basic test like typing or filling stuff. Nothing very meaningful. She doesn't agree to about this helping them after graduate. The problem there is a lot of the university in the area that have some requirements, so there are a lot of students at this position. So there just won't be enough job available for all of the business graduate in the city who were really looking for full-time work. The professor described one of the training particularly he thought was really set up nicely at the story if his scene before the action talking and the things start. You saw on the movie screen and in a job of city youth could tell was a fixie. There's a lot of buildings, tower, skyscrapers and their car inside on the city streets look old fashioned. Like they were from the past like 1940s. The other thing he knew the strike away from the first image just one scene start was the city seemed gloomy because there was only darkness rather than sunlight, and there was only just a little bit of light of the street lamps, and the top of a bed was raining and kind of faint. All of these details work together to create a dark, gloomy, mysterious feeling, so then when the action starts and they shoot detective talking to each other in the office, he already knew that the office located in the tall building in a big city sometime in 1940s, and he had a good idea and French the taking place would be pretty dark and mysterious because of the shoot he saw in the beginning of the scene. I prefer to stay at my friend's boarding house even though it is noisy, but I can tell my friends when I have an exam or there is an online lecture class rather than having to check into a hotel and not knowing which direction to borrow money. If I'm in a friend's boarding house, I have already accommodated a place to live. We all know that insects love to eat plants, but several plants have succeeded in developing ways to protect themselves from insects. Today I am going to talk about some of the ways plants defend themselves. Now some Plants have physical features that prevent insects from settling on them, such as patience plants, for example. Their leaves have tiny hairs all over their bodies. There are like spikes sticking out of a plant so many and designs that they prevent insects from settling on the leaves. Fine, but other plants protect themselves using chemical defense like the potato plant that will cause the plant to react by releasing chemicals throughout its leaf system when the chemicals prevent it from getting sick from wanting to eat more of the plant.